welcome to the what?
Countdown.
Put 5 minutes on the clock, man. We gotta talk about that last minute though.
5 minutes on the clock. Let's go. So look, everything about this fight that I said was gonna come true, kind of sort of came true.
It did. You hit the nail on the coffin, man. You hit the nail on the coffin.
And I feel like we did a lot of living in this fight. Like a lot of living.
On one side.
We did a lot of living on one side, and we did a lot of living right there at the end. It was the arm.
Yeah.
You know how the hand come out of the grave, and you're like, oh.
Yes.
Then it gets chopped off.
It was the Undertaker.
That's what it was.
It was the Undertaker.
Leon Edwards defeats Nate Diaz by unanimous decision, to which he proceeds to beat on him for about 4 rounds and 4 minutes. And then out of nowhere, Diaz just decides, you know what? Boom. I'm going to hit him with this. He gets caught. He's wobbled. He's stanky leg. Everything is like, what just happened? Like, were you like me when you watched this fight like this?
Yeah. I was sitting in the chair shaking my head like, man, I thought Diaz was gonna do better than this, man. In my head, I was saying, man, Diaz, all this hype for this fight, man. This is the only fight on the card that we came to see, and Diaz comes out and put this performance. The thing I was hoping didn't happen happened. He started bleeding over there by the eye.
Yep.
His tissue around the eye got puffed up, and then he got cut open with an elbow. And I was like, man, this fight is happening the way I didn't want it to happen. And then all of a sudden, this punch happened, and I scooted up in my seat. I said, I scooted up in my seat, and he pointed at him, and I said,
and then he said, so that we had 2 different reactions to that is what just happened. So when he pointed, you said, ooh, hoo, hoo. When he pointed, I said, yo, what you doing? I was heated. I'm so glad I didn't bet on this fight, because I was like, what do you do? He's like, I'm like, you ain't got nothing, bro. You ain't win this fight. Like,
no, he didn't win a minute until the last minute.
You could 10-8 this round and still lose on every scorecard.
Exactly.
And he had him wobbled. He pointed. He kind of came back. I mean, he tried to put the pace on him right there at the end, but he just had, kind of got his wits back about him. It could have been from the point, could have not been. But from there, he didn't get the job done. But what he did is, in famous Diaz fashion, he managed to lose a fight and have everyone excited and making excuses.
Exactly.
Off a Jump Street. What they say now? What they say about Nate Diaz's 3-round fights? Well, if it was 5 rounds, then Diaz would have won that fight. Diaz don't lose fights. He just runs out of time. So he fights a 5-round, non-title, non-main event, just a regular fight.
Which is bull.
Yeah.
This should not have been a 5-round fight, which is bull, but go ahead.
And he gets in the last minute, to which he almost doesn't lose. And now we're going, well, if it was 6 rounds, if it was a 10-round fight, if it was a 7
if he had another minute, he would have been on his ass pounding him.
So Diaz manages to lose this fight decisively. Was it 49-46?
Yeah, it's like he lost all 3 rounds. Even the round that he put him down
4,
or he had him wobbly, he still lost that one too.
He lost that one. That would have been 50-45. But we all look at this and go, nah, man, Diaz, he's right there. He's right there.
There's only 2 fighters in the UFC right now that I feel like can lose a fight and then lose it in a way where it still brings up their stock. That's Jorge, and then there's Diaz. That's the only 2 fighters ever that I've seen lose and their stock still stays the same or goes up. There's the only 2 fighters ever I've seen do that, man. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy how that happens. Seriously.
But even to go up. So like Conor, is his stock going up, or is it just sort of not affected? Right?
Yeah.
Masvidal, he lost, but I feel like his stock went down. I could see how we still might get excited about a Masvidal fight, But I
They
don't know. I think it might have went down.
they still talking about Masvidal versus uh
Usman 3.
Diaz or Masvidal is still in the conversations for bigger fights that's going to earn some money. That's all I'm gonna say about that situation.
Okay.
Still in the conversations. It's crazy.
But Nate Diaz manages to get his butt whooped for 4 rounds and 4 minutes. And we have ourselves saying, well, no, in that last minute, had he beat Leon Edwards, that's a title shot.
I don't know. I don't know. I still like Nick Diaz. I love Nick Diaz actually, man. I love the way he fights. I love his antics during the whole fight session. I like the fact that he puts it on the end, but I feel like he could have gave me more. I wanted more. We saw in this fight that he had an opportunity to beat Leon, but it was only a lucky opportunity, and the luck didn't come until the 1 minute left in the fifth round, and then it ran out quickly. So, I
And
mean,
it,
I don't know where he goes from this, but Leon Edwards is slated for a championship bout, and
no, he ain't.
I'm just saying he's three,
He gonna
but
sit it out until he gets one.
they're saying that Leon either should sit it out or he should fight Jorge for some money. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
I don't know. And I just can't get on if he had another minute, he'd have won. I don't even know if he'd have won. But here's the thing
Man,
before
he
we
was
move
shook.
on to the next one is this right here. All of this only to have Nate Diaz announce another fight, and we all forget all about this. We all forget
Hey
all
man,
about this.
he's man, it's a 50. This is a 50-50 fighter where we
He's
don't even know what
5
happened before.
and 6 in his
50
last
50
11.
fighter. This is crazy how he loses and we still look forward to his next fight. That's
Because I'm there.
that's how much I'm there too. I'm in the seat. I'm betting on it. I'm good.
So look, we got to move on. We got